All right, so you saw the title of this video and you clicked on it because you want to learn how to become more confident. Well, I'm going to give you a good starting point, all right? So what I've learned over the years from talking to people is that one of the major sources of people's lack of confidence comes from other people in their lives not recognizing their uniqueness. Other people in your life not understanding who you are, and thus they don't validate your experiences. For example, you might have a friend, a boss, or a lover who does not understand your uniqueness. You're going to have many great experiences in your life where people understand you and you finally feel heard. And you're also going to have other experiences where people misunderstand you and they don't quite understand where you're coming from, what you're trying to say, what you're trying to do, and that may lower your self-esteem. What I found to be helpful is understanding why that person or those people will never understand you. I'll get into that a little bit later. And also what's helpful is making peace with the fact that they will never understand you. That's something that you have to just make peace with. Don't just keep beating it like a dead horse. Don't lose sleep over it. I think those words are very powerful. Making peace with something. No longer being at war with it, no longer battling with it. Just understanding that it just is what it is. Because if you continue to fight it, then it owns you. There was an interesting quote, I believe, by Mike Tyson. I don't even know if he actually wrote this. I think it's one of those things where I just saw a meme. There was a picture of him on Instagram. I don't think it was an interview or anything like that. And he might have said this, but I think it was a picture of him and the words underneath it, like the picture caption said something like, he doesn't get angry anymore. You know, he stops getting angry at people, or at least he tries to, because he realized over the years that whoever makes him angry owns him. You know, that person now owns him, and he or whoever wrote that quote, or whoever said that, did not want to give their power away to just anyone who made them angry. They didn't want to just be in a constant state of just being owned and controlled by someone else, you know, through that negative emotion. So I think that's kind of a form of making peace, you know, just understanding that some people might anger you, they might misunderstand you, they might insult you, and you just have to make peace with that. And so that you're not owned by everyone else. You have control and agency over your own life. And you're just not at the mercy of everyone and just, you know, driving yourself crazy. That's no way to live. So one of my previous experiences at an organization, one of the leaders of the organization said something that sticks with me to this day, you know, struck me as one of the most powerful things I've ever heard. He said 33% of the people who you meet will absolutely love you. I mean, you can do no wrong, pretty much. If you make a mistake, they will find a way to defend you. They'll give you the benefit of the doubt. They just always have positive things to say about you. Another 33% of the people who you meet or encounter in your life, or organizations and things like that, will not like you at all. There's nothing you can do about that. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, there's just something about you or something about them, don't worry about what it is, that will just make them not like you. They will not like you at all. There's nothing you can do about that. And then the last 33% of people are always going to be on the fence. One day they like you, the next day they don't. One day you can depend on them as an ally or a friend or someone you can network with. The next day, not so much. You know, they might say something negative about you behind your back. You won't be able to rely on them in a time of need. They're just always on the fence. So he said that, and it really made me realize that for the most part, I know these are just numbers, the 33%, 33, 33, 33, but you just have to understand how it kind of sections up and divides your life. And it gives you just a deeper sense of understanding that there's certain things about people, human nature, other people around you that you really can't control. So focus on cultivating good relationships with the 33% who are always going to be on your side. Do what you can to win over the people who are kind of on the fence about you, but don't lose sleep over it, because everyone isn't for you. I mean, you probably don't like 100% of the people who you meet, right? So let's be honest. Let's keep all the way 100, because we're not all perfect. We're not all inclusive and just best friends with everyone who we meet. Some people we like more than others. Some people just something about the way they are, you just feel like more of a connection. You feel like you can be better friends with other people. So do what you can to make those people part of your life. And then the remaining 33, I mean, there's not much you can do about that, right? You wish them well, you remain civil, you remain confident, you remain just a good person, but just make peace with the fact that they might not like you. So this is a way to put into context the fact that other people's opinion of you and the things that they do and say can influence your confidence, but you really should not allow it to get to a point where they control your perception of yourself. You get what I'm saying? So of course, it's still on you to work hard to become the best possible version of yourself every single day. But for the most part, you can kind of relax. Your 33% ride or die people, they're already set. They're already destined. They're there. They're going to like you, okay? Obviously, this number may fluctuate depending on what type of institution or who you're around and stuff like that. But throughout your life, the average, when you kind of, aggregate everything out and average it out, 33% of those people like you. You might, in a certain school or a certain organization or around certain friend groups, it might be 20% or 40% or something like that. But throughout your entire life, you already have those people set. So your job isn't to try to win every single last person over to your side. You get what I'm saying? You should still work to be a likable person. Obviously, I'm not saying, don't be a likable person, but don't let the fact that, some people just might not like you affect your self-esteem. So that's a good way to tackle that part of it, and just to understand that the work is already done. You exist. Your existence is enough for those people who are destined to like you, for them to like you. All right? Now, you still have to be a good person and add value to their lives and things like that, so that you have a mutual, just like a good relationship. But, stop letting it eat away at you. It's already done. But the moment you were born, right? You are already gifted, you're already given your 33, 33, 33. And for the most part, there's not a lot you can do about that. You know what I'm saying? So do not let that affect your confidence level. That's one of the ways that you can become more confident. Now, going back to what I said before about how I was going to touch on the reason why certain people, just understand that certain people won't like you and understand the reason why. The reason why certain people just won't like you isn't necessarily something you should take personally. Those people have different realities than you. They had different upbringings, different values, different belief systems, different things happened to them in the past that shaped the way they see the world, right? And there's nothing you can do about that. You would literally have to go back into their past and change the way they grew up, change the socioeconomic status they were at, raise it or lower it, change what their parents taught them, change the cultural upbringing they had, change their experiences that they had with people who look like you or people who sound like you. That's not your responsibility. It's not possible for you to go back in time. So just understand that the reason why they don't like you is because of things that are completely outside of your control. And to be quite honest, there's really not enough value in trying to go and change all those things, even if you could. You know what I'm saying? So that's why certain people just you won't resonate with them, and they won't resonate with you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you understand why those people don't like you, it allows you to make peace with that and not take it personally. It's not necessarily, I'm not condoning any of these things, not liking people, but it's not necessarily anything you can do about it. It's not, I guess, good or bad that they don't like you. It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think far too often we like to color things as good or bad and just label things in a very binary way. It's either good or it's bad. No, sometimes things just are what they are. And it's neither good nor bad. It's just what exists. That person doesn't like you because they've met people in the past who are, similar to you, who did something bad to them. And, that's now they don't like you. It's really not on you to try to assess whether it's good or it's bad or try to change their mind or anything like that. Just move on with your life. If they eventually are able to overcome that and find a way to give people like you a second chance, great. If they can't, that's all right too. So because they have different backgrounds, it's not possible for them to relate to you and your ideas. That's okay. This concept kind of reminds me of it was a J. Cole song. It was one of his more recent albums, and there was I think it was like an interlude or a skit or something like that in the not the song, on his album, and it said something like, the root of all pain is not understanding. Like not understanding why things are happening to you. So if you can just understand the logical reason as to why certain people will never be able to relate to you, it can begin to bring an end to your pain. You can make peace with that fact, finally. And that ability to stop taking things so personally is one of the most liberating things ever, right? Because a lot of times people are just reacting to what's going on in their own environment. A lot of times it has nothing to do with you. You're just reacting to what's actually happening to them. We are a collection of our past experiences, right? So if you're walking down the street and someone snaps on you, or someone just does something else, they're really just an expression of their environment. Maybe they woke up that morning and the person who they're with in their house snapped on them, and so now that person is now just placing that aggression onto you. You get what I'm saying? Because we are just kind of reflections of our own environment. So you might have taken them snapping on you personally, but it really had nothing to do with you. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, something like that might lower your self-esteem, might make you feel bad about yourself. But if you have that logical understanding of human nature and the way people work, then you can begin to work through those things for yourself. So I hope this helped you. I hope this helped you get a better understanding of the way, I guess, confidence, the mechanism of confidence kind of works inside you. And I hope it enriches your life. Hi, my name is ChukwunonsoCaptures. I'm a photographer. I've had a lot of great experiences. I've met a lot of amazing clients and models. And throughout my experiences, I've learned a lot of amazing life lessons, and the people who I've met have touched my life and shown me a lot of wonderful things. And so that's why I'm here paying it forward and giving you some of these things that I've learned as well too, hoping that it will enrich your life too. I give all the credit to the amazing people that I've met thus far in my life. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you think these are great tips for building confidence? Do you think I'm completely off base? Have you had experiences like this where you were able to make peace with what's going on in your situation and what someone else might be going through, and you were able to, I guess, maybe create boundaries or be more empathetic when someone was angry at you and you didn't let it affect your confidence, let me know down in the comment section below. So please like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel to continue to support this content, share this video with a friend who might want to learn more about how to become more confident, and hit the bell button to get a notification for any time I post a new video. Alright, thanks, take care, I will see you in the next video.